Hi everybody, it's Ann. I'm assembling some scrap wood to make two flanking back bar shelving units. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use, and I drew a little design, and I'm going to try making a design on one of the pieces of wood, kind of routing it out. So let's take a look at the wood that I've got. Okay, here's the scraps of wood. I've got several of these pieces of wood that were stained a dark walnut. I've got some scraps of regular, genuine wood that were also stained walnut on the back and are kind of beat up. But I'm going to use the other side of them here and stain it dark as well. Then I have engineered flooring, and this is one called eucalyptus. There were a couple boards left over, and they're going to be alternated with this engineered one called hickory. And then I have still more wood and some more dark pieces there. So taking all these scraps that have been sitting around here for a lot of years and really aren't much use for anything else, it took quite a while to design a facing for these shelving units. It's going to be a facing, like a face plate at the bottom, and it's going to hopefully use up all this wood in two matching designs. So let me take you over and I'll show you what I drew out and how that might look if this works out. Okay, this is the design I drew. I'm trying to use up all the scraps of wood as best I can. And this is going to be the facing at the bottom of one of these shelving units, and it's not going to open. But I'm using the engineered hardwood here and kind of alternating the hickory and eucalyptus. And then here are some dark pieces of the stained walnut going around. And then in the middle is also a piece of stained walnut, and I'm going to try to route out this Tiki Face and have two matching ones, one on each side. So we have to get this wood cut, and then I have to lay it out in kind of a puzzle and fit it together. And going from there, then I'll figure out how to make the rest of the cabinet. So in other words, I'm going to first make this design, and then I'm going to work from there to make the rest of the unit. Okay, I have it kind of coming together, but there's one little problem, and that's these boards are supposed to be exactly 4 inches across, and then as they were cut, they ended up 4 inches and 1/8. So I've got 9 of them going across here, and that adds up with 1/8 times 9 over an inch of space, which is why we're getting some gaps here. There's a gap there, and then there's a gap over here where they extend further than the this piece. And the second thing, now that was how they were cut, and sometimes it's hard on a table saw to get it exactly. But another thing was these need to be cut down here. They're too long. Originally, I was going to use the whole piece of walnut stained wood here, which was a wide piece on each side, but I didn't have enough of it. So the boards had to be sliced lengthwise, and so they're half the size. And therefore, this thing is too long because it was supposed to extend to here and have a wide, dark board. So this is easy. Just we're going to chop that down and then take these back to the table saw and get them exactly 4 inches. But it's looking pretty good right now. I think it's pretty good, and I'm pleased with the way it turned out. And the other one is on the floor over there and has to be put together yet. But these are going to match. They're going to be matching, and one good thing is we used up a lot of the little scraps of wood that were laying around here. And some of it was real wood, some of it was engineered wood from a couple of floors that we had put in a hickory and the eucalyptus. So I'm really happy that we're able to use this stuff up and that it's going to look kind of cool in the tiki bar. Now the Tiki Face. I made a template for it out of some pieces of heavy duty paper. Got the mouth here. So that I'm going to be able to trace it onto here with some light colored, I'm not sure what I'll use yet to trace it, but some light colored pencil or even a crayon maybe. And then once it's all traced, I'm going to be routing it out with a Dremel tool and routing the face out and making the design. And on the top here I just have a piece of paper, but it's going to be just a line across and then some vertical lines. I was just using that for a template, but I can work on this while I wait for him to go back and get these exactly 4 inches, because he's the expert with the tools on the table saw, and it's his family's table saw too, so I couldn't use it even if I wanted to. But I can work on this Tiki Face in the meantime and get it traced and routed out. It's hard finding time sometimes to work on this tiki room with all my things for my job, being a caregiver, and all the animals. And then I'm also helping fix the house up here for my relative's house, because it needed a lot of repainting and some repairing. So we've been working on that too, and it's really hard to find time to squeeze everything in. But I'm getting to this when I can. So I like the way it looks. And we'll see you next time. And maybe by that time we'll have everything fitting exact. And then getting it glued down onto a thin piece of plywood. So the beginning of the flanking shelving units. And they'll be on wheels too, the whole thing. Just like the whole bar, I want it all mobile so you can roll it around, roll it away from the wall. And I don't want it built in because it's down in the basement. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like and share. See you next time.